Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show, and welcome back to another episode of Why We Play the Game. Today, I want to give a really big shout out to a gentleman I met a couple of months back, and I've decided to try to introduce to all my friends out there in TV land. Hopefully, some of you guys have met him already and visited his channel. That being Legacy Game Mastering. The guy seems right up the same alleys as most of us here in the circle of friends that I'm a member of. Whether it be gatekeepers, table breakers, all the folks that hang out with DM James, GM's Alco Fritz, of course, and hopefully soon Legion of Myth. I think he's a perfect fit. He has all of the same goals and ideals I think most of us do, that being the enjoyment of the games. And that's why today, this afternoon's episode is all about the people. One of the main reasons I've enjoyed this hobby was all of the incredibly interesting people I've met throughout the many decades of gaming. Gaming all over these United States. I didn't get to do much gaming outside the United States, but, that's okay. I only speak English, and I'm still working on that one. But he made me realize this morning how important that really is, the different people. I know there's some gamers out there that don't really develop relationships with the gamers. They just game, and then, good game, see you next week, that's it. Whereas I'm of the sort of individual who likes to hang out and socialize after the game, sometimes even before the game. The fine ladies and gentlemen I get to play with at Bloodworth, table every Tuesday night, and the gamers I get to play with this weekend at Bruce Lombardo of Dick's Divisions Pathfinder game. I have yet to meet anybody I wouldn't want to hang out with. For the most part, after a game, go, grab a pizza or invite to a birthday party or even have over for the holidays. Even though we are rather private people here at the Shadow household, when we do invite people over, we try to invite the best of the best. And that is one of the main reasons I love this game so much. I've met some great people. I've lost some great people along the way too. These things happen. Life gets in the way. People move on. People pass away. People give up the hobby. And shame on them for doing so. Because, like I always say, the only way you lose at Dungeons and Dragons is to stop playing. And, for those people that have had to, go on to other things or move away or I hope them the best, and I hope they continue gaming with a new group of incredibly interesting people. But for me, I think that really sums up one of the most important aspects of this hobby. We get to meet incredibly interesting people, and then we get to watch them transform into even more interesting characters. For me, it's so fun getting to watch, especially these days, people like Bruce, when he plays an NPC, he's really, really good at it. Possibly one of the best. Sometimes, he goes a little overboard maybe for some people's tastes, but I for one am learning a lot from all of these great people that I get to hang out with and game with and sometimes just chat about the hobby. From Max to Jade to Baron, Bruce, of course, Fritz, DM Bloodworth, DM James, Hungar. So many of you great guys out there with channels of your own have just really improved my game. When I get to be behind the GM screen again, I will have counted you guys as some of my peers. And like the old expression I'm so fond of, no man is my better that I may learn from him. I've learned a lot from you guys. I've learned a lot from the players out there. I've learned a lot from the GMs. I've learned a lot from the current environment and the environment of days gone by, thanks to all these people. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Shauner. While we don't get along on every topic, I think we both understand that we're here for the love of the game. We want to make the gaming environment a better place. We want to be better role players. We want to be better gamers. We want to be able to, take the punches and experience the most we can in the short time that we're allotted here. The same with Rick from 28mm RPG. Being in his game was one of the highlights of my gaming experience, because it was a true one-on-one experience with a great guy with a great philosophy and a great attitude. I'm grateful, and even Matt Kraft being in his game is also one of the greatest games I've been in, and it was because of his love of the game, his skill at the game, be it a game that he knows I'm not thrilled with the mechanics of the game, but I get it. And when you boil it all down, we could just be flipping coins for decision making, random decisions, random events and actions. All of that is really, for me, not that important. It's what happened in the game, who it happened with. We don't get to game as much as we'd like, and when we do, we want to make it something to remember. And a lot of these games, being the fact that I've been a forever dungeon master for over 40 years and don't really get the opportunity to play as a player. In the old days, dungeon masters were not welcome as new players to a group, because of the misconception that we'd rule lawyers the heck out of the game and ruin it, and try and steal the show and things like that. And anybody knows me and has seen me in a game. That's not what I'm there for. I'm there to get into character, to be that character. I make characters that I want to play, and characters that I wouldn't mind trading places with in real life for a stretch. Getting to be a wizard. Who wouldn't want to do that for an afternoon or longer? As the case may be. But that doesn't really work out that way. So we just get to play them in these games, and being able to be a player after all this time has really, really been an eye opener. Like I've said before, you get the opportunity to see how the other half lives, and to understand what it feels like to be on the other side of the gaming table, to be the player, to enjoy and fear the ups and downs of a good game, the anticipation, the dread, the fear, the worry, the hopes, the dreams, all that good stuff that comes with being in a great game. And it's all because of the players, the system, the mechanics, how many times you get to roll a die. None of that matters to me. It's who I'm gaming with. How good at gamers and role players are they? Do they just sit around waiting, for their turn without any real contribution? I'm not seeing a ton of that. I'm really, really happy with the games that I get to play in, and I look forward to each and every one of them. And like I say, just about a dozen times a week. Is it Saturday yet? So until then, until next time I get to see you guys, I hope you guys get to be in a great game this week, or several if you're so lucky. But I do want to thank each and every one of you guys out there, and please, if you get the opportunity, go check out Legacy Game Mastering, and let me know what you think. And obviously, if you like what you see on his channel, give him a sub, give him a thumbs up, and encourage him to go on to continue doing what he does. And for all you other fledgling game masters out there, Connell, I'm talking to you. Don't give up. You've got a lot to offer, all of you. Don't let the numbers get you down. They're meaningless in the end. It's the connections you make, the friendships you develop, the relationships, whatever you want to call them. That's what matters, because in the end, it's the people. So have a great day, guys. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon.